everyone, welcome to episode 7 of the quarantine vlog. We haven't done one of these in about 6 weeks, but we originally started the quarantine vlog almost 6 months ago now, or exactly 6 months ago, because we thought it would be a good way to stay connected with people and just kind of talk about what was going on with us during quarantine. We definitely thought it would be a lot shorter than this, but we are now at the 6-month mark and it could be even longer. So one thing that we did recently was we actually traveled, which I think was a really big step for us.
Yeah.
Considering how much we've been quarantining and really not exposing ourselves as much as possible to other people or new places. And we took a trip to Palm Springs.
Which, by the way, for me was like super necessary because I was kind of already feeling like done with this place.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So we rented an Airbnb, which we basically did the same thing we do at home. We ordered some takeout. We laid by the pool, which was also nice to have. But we really spent a lot of time inside and in a different house, which was just really nice to have that separation from work, because as many of you, I'm sure, are feeling this way, that there's not a good separation between work and your life because everybody's working, or well, for the most part, a lot of people are working from home. So it's hard to create that separation. Ricky's work has been really overwhelming. I think this is really his busy season. And so working a lot of weekends, not having that time, it was just really nice, even though we basically did the same thing we do here, to just really break it and have that.
I mean, to me, it really felt like a vacation because I didn't check my work email. I disconnected for 4 days, which is what I needed, right?
Yeah. So it was definitely worth it. Stressed us out a little bit, I think, when we first decided to do it and actually took the plunge and reserved it, but it was great. It was a nice weekend. We also took that time because I had just had an amniocentesis done to check on the genetics of our baby and make sure that they were doing okay. If you guys want to find out more about my pregnancy, I have a whole nother series on that, Becoming a Mother Runner, so make sure you check that out. But we'll really stick to quarantine stuff here. So I needed to take some time off of running and exercising, so we knew it was going to be really hot. Perfect time to really stay inside and not do anything. But we also took that time off because Ricky needed some time off of running, and he'll tell you a little bit more about why.
Let's just say I didn't stick to the plan, right? So prior to going to Palm Springs, let's talk about let's focus on the positives, right? I ran my first 10K in an hour and 5 minutes. A lot of firsts for me there, and I was super excited about it. I was looking forward to the Palm Springs, not only because we were getting away from work, but also because I was having a little bit of knee pain. And thinking back about it, the reason why I think I was having the knee pain is because I didn't stick to the plan. The reality was I focused on the running because that was fun and rewarding, but I wasn't as diligent about the warm-ups, as well as I wasn't doing any of the strength training, which is shame on me. I should have been doing it. Jay's told me plenty of times now, and I've kind of internalized that now. So,
however, let's just talk about this too, because this is kind of what happens, I think, sometimes, where we get a little bit overwhelmed by the other things going on in our life and we kind of just skip the extra stuff that keeps us healthy. Ricardo's work picked up and he was too tired really after the runs to want to do strength or motivated to do it. But it's always kind of good to get checked like this. Luckily, we caught it and stopped running pretty quickly, so it didn't turn into a major injury, which is always what you want to do, is just listen to your body. But I think doing that was was a good thing, because now you'll know, okay, if I have the time to run, I have to also make the time to strength train because it's going to keep me healthy. Mm-hmm. No running. We've had to stop his progress in the base building guide, which was definitely a bummer because he made it through 7 weeks. And I think if he hadn't stopped the strength for those 3 weeks, he would have been finished with it. But we are very fortunate because we've had the elliptigo. So that was a really great investment for us.
Can I just say, like, the elliptigo, not everyone can afford an elliptigo. It's not easily available, so we're super lucky to have that. And I'm super lucky that you weren't using it for your pregnancy, because the last couple of weeks, that's been like the godsend, right? Like, being able to keep going, working on endurance without actually having any impact on my knee has been great. And just want to acknowledge how lucky we are for that.
Yeah. So I think we're both pretty grateful that we made that decision to do that, because without that, you would have really just stopped and we would have really backtracked a lot more. So having that was just a really great option. Mm-hmm. The one other really sad part about him not running is that we don't get to exercise together anymore. I'm running while he's elliptical-going, and we're just not doing that together. We do our strength stuff kind of at the same time, but we're doing different workouts. I'm doing some pregnancy-focused stuff, and he's doing stuff that's helpful for his knee and stabilization. And that's been kind of sad to not have that time together. So I'm really looking forward to him coming back. And so we will be doing the base building guide, and he's going to be successful with it because he's going to stick to the strength training stuff. But it's just really a good reminder to listen to your body, which he did, and we didn't really push it past that point, so I think that was good.
I'm also going to say that I'm super lucky to have my wife be a running coach because, you know, I'm obviously taking advantage of that.
The other thing that also has made exercising probably the last 2 weeks a little bit more challenging for us here in California has been the wildfires, and 2020 has thrown a lot at everybody, and that has been super challenging. I can't even think of a time when wildfires have affected my life this much, living in California for the last 35 years of my life. It's been really tragic, and I think, you know, we were 50 miles away from probably the closest fire to us, and our air quality got into the red, which is obviously very bad. Some people were in the purple, which is terrible. Some days we had to make the decision to not go outside, and I think for being quarantined, not really having any other indoor places where you can go outside of your house for a prolonged period, it was really tough for us. I think we stayed inside for about 3 days and didn't do any outdoor exercise. We maybe went to the grocery store to pick up something, but that was it. So it made it that much more challenging to not have that access to outdoor exercise. And for people who don't feel safe going to gyms aren't open for them, it's, I think, extra challenging to have some of those things taken away during this time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is a quarantine vlog, so I think for me, it's important for us to kind of acknowledge just what's going on in the world, right? Everybody is under a different kind of stress, and I think it's important for us to be compassionate towards others about just what they have going on. Everyone's going through a lot of different things, and oftentimes we don't know what people are going through, and they may act out, or they may say something that under normal circumstances they probably wouldn't. So I think for us, it's great that we have each other to support each other. It's great that we have running that we can do together, and kind of get our minds off of things. But I think for everyone, I think it's important that we just kind of try to be a little bit more compassionate, because you never really know what's going on in people's lives, and there's so many people that have been impacted in different ways because of the quarantine, not being able to work, even the fires, you know. Yeah, just wanted to put out a reminder that like, it's important to be compassionate towards other people.
Kindness goes a long way. So that being said, if you guys are doing the base building guide or the intro to running guide and you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I will definitely get back to you on that stuff. And make sure that you like this video and subscribe for more videos.